Welcome to Kitchen 143. I am your host, Michelle Aventajado, your resident Momma in Manila, and today we are out and about in Mandaluyong. We are here in Fame Mall at Ramen Keisuke Tori King, and for those of you guys that enjoy ramen, you know this rich, brothy, Japanese noodle dish is something that is both comforting and filling, and of course has quite a few components that you guys would be familiar with. There's always this umami broth, there's springy noodles, there's protein, and it could be one of many, and of course some veggies and a jammy, maybe soy marinated egg or a soy mirin egg. So today we're going to learn all about Ramen Keisuke Tori King and what makes this ramen different from all the other ramens that you would have here in Manila. I'm excited to welcome restaurant owner Martin Go to the show, and of course thank him for welcoming us into your restaurant.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. Thank you for coming.
I'm so excited to tell everybody about, this different type of ramen, new to me. Maybe it's not new to others, obviously not new to you and your wife.
Yes.
But tell us the story. So we know, you own the restaurant, you brought the brand here. How did you discover it? What made you decide to leave corporate and do this and venture out?
Well, basically we got to know the brand while we were living in Singapore. So
it's a Singaporean brand?
It's a Japanese brand.
Yeah, Japanese.
But they first ventured out to Singapore. So everything in Singapore is wholly owned and operated by themselves as well.
Okay, so it's also owned by Chef Keisuke and Chef Sato. Yes. Okay, so we know for those of you guys that do enjoy ramen, you know there's many kinds, right? It's all about the broth.
It's all about the broth.
It's all about the broth. Okay, so there's shiyu, there's shoyu, there's tonkatsu, there's miso. But here in Ramen Keisuke Tori King,
it's chicken tori based.
Chicken tori based, right? So this is a chicken soup. So that means it's actually good if you were feeling under the weather.
Yes, actually.
Chicken soup for the soul here. Fantastic. Wow, okay.
Wow.
So let's show the camera what we just got. Guys, we're also drinking Keisuke Cola. So this one is wasabi ginger ale. And then you have the Sakura.
The Sakura Cola, which is a cherry flavored.
Okay. And then we have?
These are our two of our side dishes, two of our more popular side dishes.
Okay.
So this is the chicken karaage. Basically, it's deep fried chicken with our own marinade.
Yes.
Very flavorful.
Yes.
And this is our pork gyoza.
Okay. Gyoza. And then when we have gyoza, we put, right? We use the vinegar.
Vinegar, 50-50. Vinegar and soy sauce.
Okay. And this
if
is
you
the
want,
soy.
yes. If you want a little tad spicy, you could add a little
oil.
chili oil in it.
Yeah, so these are standard apps or side dishes that you can get. I'll just put a little.
Yes. Yep, that's good.
And so tell us about the brand. You found the brand. Was it you who stumbled upon this brand, or was it?
Yes, because actually we first got a taste of chicken ramen in Singapore, but it was from a different brand.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And that was the first time you heard of chicken ramen?
That was the first time we got a taste of chicken ramen, and then we loved it so much. More than the pork broth.
Okay, and we is?
Me and my wife.
Christy.
So, yeah, Christy.
Yeah.
So, Keisuke started in Singapore around 2011.
Okay.
So we were there 2008, 2016. Yeah.
All
so
right.
before that, before we got introduced to Keisuke, we were patronizing a different chicken broth.
Thou who shall not be named, just like Voldemort, right?
But yeah,
There's no other comparison. There's no other comparison.
So we thought that chicken broth, it was good already. So So we thought that was it. So
Yeah.
when Keisuke introduced their own chicken broth, when we tried it,
Bah.
it was like, all I can say is, wow.
I said the same thing
Yeah.
when I tried the black spicy Tori King as
It's-
well.
I mean, you couldn't guess, you couldn't even imagine how good chicken broth can be
Right.
until you try that broth for the first time.
Right. So, and well, more than you, I think someone else favored
yes,
this type of ramen even more, right?
So it's
Christine,
always my wife who always tugs me in.
your wife is here. Do we want to welcome her on cam?
Oh, is it?
Come say
Oh.
hi.
Hi.
Hi, Christine. So guys, you can actually thank Martin's wife for loving this brand so much that she had to bring it here, that he had to bring it here for her. So the broth got you both. You were like, wow.
Yeah, so as your chicken broth is very comforting. So it's coupled with being ramen dish.
Yeah.
You put two comforting dish in all in one. Oh,
Okay,
it's
so
the black spice.
yeah, wait, let's show the camera this. So we also have other side dishes, no, or appetizers. So let's tell the viewers about the other
This
apps
is a
that come.
staple in every Keisuke establishment. This is the bean sprouts, flavored one,
Okay.
and then hard-boiled egg.
Okay.
So these both are safe as appetizers.
All right.
So it's free for all.
And we have more.
This is our
guys.
second broth, which is a clear broth, which is a
Okay.
lighter one.
I'm gonna move this over here. Thank you. Okay, so there's so many things going on, guys. I want to tell you about everything, but before we do that, I want to talk about the two different types of broth. So when you come to Ramen Keisuke, you could get clear, right, or rich. So I don't know if you guys can see the difference between these two broths. One is definitely clearer than the other. I tried the spicy pepper,
Black spicy.
the black spicy, just last week, and was amazed at how thick and rich and collagen filled the rich broth was. Like, it really felt good to eat it, and it was one of those dishes where, you wipe your mouth and you have a little bit of a gloss, but so good.
You'll feel the collagen.
Okay, tell our viewers
This
what
is
we do with this.
sesame seed, just to top up for additional flavor.
Okay.
I guess. You can use it, or you can opt to not use it as well.
Right, so I didn't think this one needed
The black
it.
spicy you won't need it.
Yeah.
It's
So-
more for the basic Tori King rich soup or the
Okay.
clear soup.
Right.
For the one with the flavors, you won't need it.
So you guys fell in love with this brand,
Yeah.
and then eventually you came back
So
to
yeah,
Manila.
when we came back to Manila in 2016, of course my wife's. Sorry, this is third one. Yeah. So
We keep getting interrupted by fabulous dishes.
So this is
So good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
This is
show.
another one of the favorite Japanese ramen types, which is a dipping ramen.
Yes.
It's called a tsukemen. So it's still chicken broth. We infuse it with some bonito flakes. So it's a lot of flavor
I
in
will
it.
try that.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to move these over so the viewers can see that, and then I want them also to see this one there.
Yes.
So this one is Christine's favorite.
Yes.
Okay. So you were leaving Singapore.
Yeah. So when we came back here, there was there was really just we couldn't find a chicken broth ramen.
Right. But the ramen craze had already
but there was a
started
lot,
here.
yeah. But most of the ramen shops here are pork broth.
Yes. So tonkatsu would be
tonkatsu
the
based.
pork.
Yeah. So luckily, since I went back to Keisuke, the team.
Which they knew you already because you were loyal customers.
Yes. So the
Okay.
manager, the restaurant manager, actually knew us, and I asked for an introduction. And
To the chef.
Yes, to Sato-san was the operations, who handles the operations in Singapore. Yeah. He's a good guy. So luckily, I think they were open to franchising it to us.
So this is the second one, right?
Yes, this is our second branch. We opened for our first branch in BGC.
Yeah, so this is the first branch in the Philippines. You're the first, the only Keisuke brand. Okay, so you spoke to them, they said yes, you brought it here, your wife was like, yes, she did the happy dance.
Number one customer. No,
awesome.
I mean, when I came back, I was looking for something to do. With Keisuke, I hit two birds in one stone. Keep my wife happy and have something to do, right?
Happy wife, happy life.
Exactly.
Excellent. So, but before this, did you ever imagine or envision yourself as a restaurant owner? Because you
not really.
were actually...
I'm in the engineering industry, so I'm actually a mechanical engineer.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a whole new world to me.
Okay.
But very fascinating, enjoying every step of it.
And it's interesting, you actually opened during the pandemic.
Yes, we opened 3 weeks before the lockdown. So yeah, so we were lucky enough to have enough customer base during the lockdown that they ordered for takeout.
And that's fantastic. I know, we talked about that, and every time we end up getting to chat with restaurant owners who came through the pandemic with, staff that they really took care of, and of course a loyal base that, they listened to, of course. And I know, so during the pandemic, you obviously were delivering. So where can people, if they want to have it delivered, where can they
We're
order?
available in Grab Food and Food Panda. We're also actually in Picaroo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with Picaroo too. They're all great.
Yeah.
So I want to try. I already tried the gyoza,
Yeah.
which of course was super yum. This is one of our favorites. Miguel, this is Miguel. Miguel can eat, my son.
Oh, yes.
My first son. He could probably eat like 12. I'm going to try the chukumen.
Yeah, what sets the gyoza is difference is, it's very juicy inside, right? So we actually incorporated a little bit of the chicken broth in it. So it keeps it juicy and very flavorful.
Chicken infused.
Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier, about how we were talking whether or not Filipinos love pork or chicken more. So I want to know what you guys think. Because we are live on Rappler YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, and of course Momma in Manila Facebook as well. Guys, comment down below. I'm really curious. Do you feel like chicken is more popular here in the Philippines? Do Filipinos love chicken more, or do we love pork more? I think I love both equally, but you have an answer to this.
I'm a chicken guy.
You're a chicken kind of guy, obviously, right? Obviously. So I'm going to try the chukumen. So the difference between this, right, is that the noodles are cold?
Yes, it's cold noodles, thicker as well. Then you dip it into the broth.
I just want to kind of get them nice and short, and then we dip.
The broth is very flavorful, so that once you dip it, you get the coat of the flavor.
Okay, I hope I don't make a mess. I'll try not to.
So it's the same chicken broth, the rich broth, with the katsuboshi. Bonito
And the bonito.
Yes.
It completely changes the flavor. It was so rich and earthy. You can totally taste the bonito flakes, little bits of it as well. Super yum. I will tell you guys, so we have Kitchen Krada who joined us here today, and they all have their own favorites, right? So Mark enjoys the clear, which is this one, which is, is it clearer because it's not reduced as much?
Yes, it's not reduced as much. So it's just boiled for about an hour, just enough to get the chicken flavors.
Okay. So much less time then.
Less time, yeah. But this is more of the traditional way of shoyu, wherein you just it's the broth.
Yes.
It's used with the shoyu sauce.
Yes.
So it's actually a very nice light broth.
Yeah.
I prefer this actually on a rainy day.
Ooh, interesting. I would feel like I prefer this on a hot day. Guys, it's summer outside, so if you want a lighter ramen, this would be the one because it's a light soup. But the rich. So for me, I stopped in the BGC branch as well, and I saw how you reduce everything and how this broth comes together. I mean, you boil it for hours and hours, and it's almost reduced to like
about half of what it started. Yeah.
So it reduces that much. You can imagine all of that goodness. Okay.
So,
we didn't even get to halfway. I know, we didn't even get to talk about the toppings. So guys, the Keisuke brand, right? Beyond Tori King, which obviously everything here is chicken. They have other brands that focus the same way, the way this is chicken broth. They have
tonkatsu broth. We have the kani, which is crab.
Right?
We also have the lobster broth, and we have the duck.
So I can, and tonkatsu too, right? Right, the pork, which is, but I can totally imagine what the lobster and the kani would taste like. I love seafood.
Oh, okay. And so, you hope that December comes faster.
Yes. So what happens in December?
No, we usually offer the kani broth in the more festive season, which is December and January.
People like seafood during the holiday season. I feel like, well, for us Italians, we do the Feast of the Seven Fishes, so I have a lot of seafood on the table Christmas Eve. But I feel like seafood is more popular during the holidays. It feels like a celebratory food for some reason. So so then we have all those different. Then there's another type. They also have tendon. You were saying,
Keisuke have the tendon. They have a shop that caters only to gyozas. They call it Gyoza King. So everything they serve there is different kinds of gyozas.
Wow, how amazing!
Yes.
So instead of Tori King, it would be Gyoza King, and all the different types of gyoza. Like, what are some of the? Have you tried it?
Oh, yeah, they have like the pork, chicken, beef, and the shrimp one, which is really good.
Wow.
Yeah. So imagine hakao,
hakao in like Japanese form, right? Even better. It's like my two favorite ways to eat shrimp. Okay, so besides noodles, obviously ramen. We also have...
for the Fame Mall branch, we introduced rice toppings.
Okay.
Just to separate it all. So this is one of our
I'm going to show it.
More popular ones, which is the fluffy egg rice.
So this was the one that caught my eye, I have to be honest.
Yes, you have to try it.
This is the one that caught my eye on the menu, because when do you ever see anything like this? This is comfort in a bowl for me, like... Egg on top of rice, like that's perfect. That's my lazy meal, lazy dinner. But of course, this one has bits of
pork chashu in it. Yeah, so the marinated one. Try the egg.
The pork is super tender. The egg is creamy, but is there like mirin or?
Yes, there's a sauce that we mixed in with the egg.
Okay. That's super yummy and creamy. I can taste a little bit of the mirin. You don't have to give away what else is in it, because of course that's secret. I can tell you, my son Diego would love this. Jegs, he's in Boracay right now. He's with Bachbora. So, Jegs, you would love this one. We will come back for it. I know you would love it. The egg is perfect. The chashu is tender and rich. And of course, the rice is nice and hot. Nothing better than hot rice. So you have rice toppings here.
Yes.
But the BGC branch has...
BGC has the bento boxes. So the bento box is more of like a value meal, wherein you when for people who would like rather rice.
Right.
We incorporated the side dishes on top of it.
Right. Which, of course, for those of you, if you enjoy that as well, I could totally see myself having the bento and maybe, so I like to split things with my daughter. So we could split and have a little bit of everything. But this, to me, is really comfort, as well as, so I want to tell you about the black spicy. So there's black spicy, there's red spicy, and then there's tantanmen.
Yes, tantanmen.
Okay, so for those of you guys who are ramen connoisseurs, I mean, this is the first time I ever heard of chicken ramen, so my mind was blown, just like when you and Christine went in and were like, wow, right? So good. But for this Sichuan black pepper, I was trying to describe it. It's a little bit smoky. I was trying to describe it to my daughter. It's like a little bit smoky. It doesn't have a lot of heat, because if you don't like spicy, then obviously you wouldn't get tantanmen, right? Because that's the spiciest. And the red spicy.
The red spicy is chili pepper, the red chili pepper sauce.
Yeah, but it's like ground up and.
Yes.
Yeah, so this one is like a pepper sauce with the sesame oil. It's thick, and you guys can see how shiny it is too, because that's how good it is. That's how flavorful it is, and how super umami. Like when I eat it, I can feel how yummy it is. But this pepper one was so good, and I know why it's Christine's favorite. I think we have some new kitchen kata.
How are you?
How are you?
Very strong, sir.
Okay. What's your name?
Wael.
Wael.
Yeah, I just passed by because.
Have you eaten here before?
Oh yeah.
You
I'm
have?
a fan.
You are? What's your fave?
The black spicy.
Me too. Okay. Yeah, so we're like Christine. We like the black spicy.
Chicken is just full of.
It really is. We didn't get to talk about that. You're right. Thanks for reminding me. The chicken is so tender, guys. Thanks for coming by. Would you like to join us?
No, I'm good. I gotta eat. See you then.
Thanks, Al. So, I forgot to mention that the chicken really is fall off the bone. So, when I was looking at the broth, the chicken broth being boiled down or reduced, right, where all that flavor comes from, right next to it is where they also prepare the chicken, the legs, right? And it's not boiled as long, obviously, but it's so tender. And then you take it, after it's cooked, and you grill it really quickly to like add another layer of flavor.
Grill it so that the skin is just nicely charred. So,
which of course adds another layer of flavor. So for me, those different layers are also what makes a bowl of ramen so delicious and comforting. So, okay, we talked about your fave. You said this was something you would look for on a rainy day, and we know Christine likes the black spicy. How about your daughter Jackie?
Oh, Jackie always she likes the basic one, the rich soup. Yeah, so she grew up in Singapore, so that was her.
That's her. That's her comfort too.
Even when she was young, she was always also asking for that one.
So did you get her using chopsticks right away when she was
No, she had spoon and fork. But amazing, they had these training chopsticks in the stores there. Yeah, they actually had it in Singapore. So
that's good.
She would try, but yeah.
I remember the first time I handed one of my boys, my eldest, a pair of chopsticks without the thing on the end. She was like, what am I going to do? You can do it.
Yeah.
It made the meal more challenging for them, but of course they still enjoyed it. So we have the different, the 5 different types of ramen, right, that we can look for. But there's also, so maybe you guys are a little extra. Maybe they want extra toppings. What are some of the toppings they could look for?
Oh, actually, we just because we're chicken broth, doesn't mean we don't offer pork.
Right.
So we do offer pork chashu.
On the top.
On the
So
top.
if you wanted that on top,
Yes.
you could have it.
And of course, the standard flavored egg, aji
Right.
tamago,
Yes.
on the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
That's my fave
staple,
too.
yes.
I love the jammy eggs. I could like eat those on top of rice too.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Yum.
I can see that you love your eggs.
I love eggs. I really do. I could probably do like a whole episode on just like how much I love eggs and the different recipes that we always have. But we're talking about ramen today. So so you could have aji tamago, you could add, I see bamboo shoots.
Yes, bamboo shoots and the black fungus. Yes.
Right.
And we also have nori sheets.
Yeah,
which
so
is
if you wanted to add
big,
seaweed for
seaweed.
another layer, you could as well. So, you know, all of those different toppings, obviously, you know, depending on what suits your fancy, you could enjoy your ramen probably 10 different ways, right? So there are other rice bowls. So some of the other rice bowls that you have, it's the
We
pork.
have the pork chashu
Yeah.
gohan, which is we added more sauce to the pork chashu.
Uh-huh.
So it's a very flavorful sauce. You know, we
Sweet,
sweet, and we add
rich as
mayonnaise
well.
on top of it.
Ah, on top, okay.
And then we have one of the favorites actually of people is the ginger pork.
Yes, so that's a
Ginger
little bit
pork belly,
lighter.
yeah.
That's belly, right?
Yes, so it's like thin slice of pork bellies cooked in ginger sauce.
Which reminds me of the other variety or the other variation that we were talking about. So crab is usually only offered during the holiday, but crab is different than the others also in the sense that you also put pork belly on top
Yes.
too, right? So, you know, all these different flavors that come together obviously make your ramen days a little bit more flavorful. You know, beyond what we enjoy while we're eating, you know, there's also guys, I want to tell you about this. I know I was,
yes.
did I mention this earlier? I can't remember if we
bit,
talked
yeah.
about the colas. Chef Keisuke and Sato came up with pairing sodas to go with the ramen. So ironically enough, I'm enjoying the chicken ramen,
Tori King.
right? The tori, but the Japanese wasabi ginger ale is actually meant to be paired with the Tori King, right? So I have the ginger ale.
We also have the sakura.
Martin has the sakura. There's also a green tea.
Green tea and yuzu. So
Yeah,
4
and-
flavors already.
And they're made in Japan. You bring them
Imported directly
Yeah.
from Japan.
And they're really yummy. You know when sometimes you drink soda and it's just too sweet? That's not the case here. Of course, for me, I always like a lot of ice. I like things cold. I like things cold, except my ramen. I like things cold. So super light. This one has just a little bit of
Wasabi.
a finish of wasabi. So really yummy. So what are some of the things that we can look forward to besides crab during the holidays?
Well, we're looking into bringing in probably tonkatsu broth soon.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's about time for us Filipinos to sample Keisuke's very well-known tonkatsu broth.
Okay. Now, I also found it interesting. Martin was telling me that Tori King is actually, there's very few branches of Ramen Keisuke Tori King. Tell us about that and tell us why we think, or maybe why you think, maybe the Philippines has a little bit of an edge against everybody else, all the other branches. And we can claim that. We can claim that.
Now, I'd like to say that we
Yeah,
have the
of course.
best Tori King
I'm claiming
here.
it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because well, we always make sure that the ingredients that we use is as fresh as possible.
Right? Which is the key to any...
Yes, basically it's to get the most flavor out of anything. As fresh as the fresher they are, the more flavor they come.
Right.
So, yeah, I think that's the advantage that we have here in the
Yeah.
Philippines because we have lots of chicken.
Yes, we love chicken.
And it's very much available as compared to in Singapore. Yeah,
Yeah, everything has to be flown in for Singapore, right? So,
it's quite difficult.
so this broth for me is like nothing I've ever tasted, honestly. And I do love ramen. I didn't even know, so this, you know, the chicken broth is new to me. It's a fabulous new discovery. I can't wait to share it with the rest of my family. We will definitely do that. But let's tell everyone where they can find you, and then we're going to do a rapid fire. So I'm going to remind them again. So if you guys are tuning in from YouTube, from Facebook, of course from Rappler.com, or even from Momma in Manila Facebook page as well, guys, go ahead and leave comments, suggestions, new places we need to go, and tell us what you prefer, pork or chicken.
Okay, so we have 2 branches in the Philippines. Our first branch is in BGC.
Yep.
It's in a building called Corporate Plaza. It's along 9th Avenue, corner 26th Street.
Right. It's right near the Jordan store.
Yes, it's actually next door to the Jordan store, which is bad for me because I'm a sneakerhead.
There's an event coming.
Yeah, I know. So my pocket's
out.
getting, And our second branch, of course, is here in Fame Mall. It's a Mandaluyong branch,
Yeah, so if you guys want to come down, we're still here for a few more minutes. You can come down, try the ramen. Of course, it is like nothing you've ever had before. I suggest you try the black spicy. All right, so usually we end every episode with some like rapid fire questions.
Okay.
I didn't prepare Martin for this, but we will go ahead and it's very easy.
Okay.
I know we also talked about like cookers and eaters, and like sometimes we cook, sometimes we eat, sometimes you're both. But these questions are all about, I guess, your relationship with food.
Okay.
Right? So you don't have to be a chef to answer, and you don't have to be, you just have to like food, and I think you do.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so who is the biggest kitchen influence in your life?
Kitchen influence. My mom, definitely.
What was your favorite food as a kid?
Lechon, of course.
Is
I'm
it-
from Cebu.
Lechon. We should do a lechon episode. Is it still your favorite food?
No, now it's ramen.
Now it's ramen. He's converted. Favorite cuisine as an adult?
Japanese.
Bar none. Favorite pastime when you're not here in the restaurant?
Golf.
Golf. It's not a frustrating sport for you? It's a frustrating sport for me. Okay.
But it's a nice challenge.
It is. It's a good husband-wife sport.
Oh.
Not
It's
so.
more,
It's
my
more
wife
you.
doesn't play. It's my daughter who plays.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So it's a good daddy-daughter. Daddy-daughter sport. I love that. So what's your comfort food?
Ramen.
What is your signature dish? If someone was going to say, make me your, what would you be making?
That would be interesting. I would say spaghetti bolognese.
That's good. I like spaghetti. Another noodle dish.
Still noodle, yeah.
I see a pattern here.
That was, I love pasta, so
That's awesome.
I used to love pasta.
I love noodles.
And then when we got to Singapore, there was just a lot of ramen there that opened our eyes to
Maybe
ramen.
laksa. You
Yes,
try laksa
yes,
too. Yeah. Okay. Music in the kitchen? Yes or no?
Yes.
What's playing?
A little bit of R&B
Yeah.
and pop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eclectic like me. 2 foods that go together but don't go together. Perfect examples like green mangoes and bagoong.
I have an answer for this, but it's beef rendang
With? I love beef rendang.
yes, beef rendang and I forgot what it's called. I got
Is
it
it
in
sour?
Indonesia. Yes.
So like
It was
a sour.
I forgot what it's called. I
love
had
beef
it in
rendang.
Indonesia.
I-
It was like
I wish someone would teach me how to make beef rendang.
It's quite difficult.
It's difficult. It's
Yeah.
long. I mean, it might even be as long as
Yeah.
taking care of ramen. Excuse me. Okay, any kitchen or dining accessory that you collect? I'll go first. I collect salt and pepper shakers.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Me, knives.
Knives. So that means you really cook. if you collect knives. Martin can cook. What's your go-to lazy dinner that you would throw together?
Lazy dinner, steak.
Steak. Okay. You're on the sofa watching a movie. What's on your snack board?
Chips.
Chips. What's one ingredient you cannot do without in your kitchen?
Butter.
What's one gadget you cannot, kitchen gadget you cannot live
My
without?
knife, of course.
Knives. Favorite food memory as a child?
As a child. A lot. There's really a lot. But I would say... Very difficult to pick one.
I imagine you picking the skin off the lechon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That would be a lot of it. It's more of learning how to carve lechon.
Ah, that's a skill. That is a skill. Not everybody can do that.
Because
Okay,
we
this-
usually get the ribs. So if you don't know how to carve, you can't get the ribs.
Oh, interesting.
best.
I just like to eat it. I don't know how to carve it. Okay, so these are quick. Rich or clear?
Rich, of course.
Crab or lobster?
Crab.
Noodles or rice?
Noodles.
Black spicy or red spicy?
Black spicy.
Longanisa or tocino?
Longanisa.
With red egg and kamatis.
Yes.
Okay, guys, that's it. That's all for today. We are so excited to have been able to share this beautiful chicken broth ramen with you. So if you want to come down and try Ramen Keisuke Tori King, you can come do that here in the Fame Mall or also in BGC by the Jordan store. That's it for us here. So keep cooking, keep sharing, and of course keep safe, all of you guys. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.